gals, guys, everyone else, and a miraculous Monday morning as we get started on this week. And we're currently having a wonderful sort of lunchtime here with some friends. Yeah, see, I have friends.
We exist. We exist.
I'll pay you for that later, it's fine. But today, we've got a lot of uni work to get done. We're nice and ahead of our work actually, which is quite cool. But that does mean that probably not going to be too much interesting for you guys. Maybe some time lapse of some laser cutting right now, because that's cool. Lasers are cool. They let me use lasers. In the laser lab, there's literally a glove for pushing out fires, and it's like, yeah, you might start a fire, just put it out with this glove. It's like, what? It's awesome. Tonight, I need to get Gru finished. At the end of last week's stream, you'll have seen him getting painted. I just need to put his eyebrows on now, and then mount him up and send him out to Australia. So yeah, and then hopefully we'll get on with our uni work, and once I'm a bit more proficient on the laser cutter, we'll get some Vetra stuff done. So yeah, see you later. Bye.
Tuesday, we move on to another full day of uni work without much time to set aside things to talk to a camera, because we've got to hang out in our CAD room and actually do some work. But what we did when we got home was get to this long overdue, so overdue mask actually finished. Now, you just saw me spraying it, so I was actually doing some shading, which doesn't show up too well on this camera, but for the first time I was using alcohol-based paint, because this mask is going to be worn to LARP events out in the open, so it's going to be exposed to the elements. And I actually do the exact same for the teeth, using alcohol-based ink through the spray gun to get a really nice effect. And, just putting the teeth in transforms this mask. It's incredible. And even the action on the lower jaw works better than I could ever have hoped.
What you doing, Smooth Skin? Wait, wrong franchise. Man thing. We the warpstone we do. What? Yes!
As promised before, Wednesday night was games night, and we had a full night, I say a full night, it's probably about 3 hours of gaming, where we did some Overwatch, I played some Crypt of the Necrodancer, and then a friend walked me through some of the introductory stuff to Dota 2.
It is real early on Thursday. Just a kind of a little follow-up on Marjorie, one of our ant queens. They have moved out of the test tube, which means I can get rid of this light, because ants don't like living in the light. So the way you convince them to move out of one home is by exposing it to the light. But Lasius Niger are famous for being stubborn, so this has taken like 4 or 5 days to get them to move. Whereas when we got our red ants, they immediately left and found their little colony thing. So we remove the test tube now and put in an alternative source of water, and in a second I will give them some protein and some sugar. But in theory, they're all now living happily in the specialised home. I just wanted to share that with you because I'm really happy that they successfully moved, and we're good ant parents. Now on with the day.
And with the ants moved into their new home, we can successfully go to uni. But our CAD lessons were cancelled today, so I ended up getting a bit more work done. And we're taking this guy in to photograph before we then sit down for some serious work.
Yeah, apparently we're watching a mystery film, and we don't even need a tutor to be hungover to actually for them to roll in the screens and let us watch a film, which is weird. But anyway, hopefully tonight we can get a bit more work done as well, and then I will see you on Friday, where I've rearranged our Mutants Masterminds game, so hopefully this time I'll actually have a Mutants Masterminds group, and we'll see if any of that happens. Bye.
Friday, and we spent Friday handing in our first project for university, then going out as a group of model makers to the student bar at Bournemouth University, because the bar at Arts University Bournemouth isn't particularly good. Pretend I have friends. Yeah. And then we've got loads more model makers over there, but we're the cool kids. But then I said I'd have my Mutants Masterminds game at the end of Friday, and here is where I'd put a Mutants Masterminds group, and I have one! Doing character creation right now, which is a long and drawn out process. Once all that's laid out, we get to do cool things. So I need to get back to my players, so I'll see you all on Saturday.
My brain's saying super, but I feel like I should come up with something more clever.
A super sugary Saturday to everyone.
Superfluous.
Oh, superfluous. A superfluous
I
Saturday.
don't know how it can be superfluous, but that's
Yep.
the biggest word I can think of.
I'm not certain how a Saturday can be superfluous, but my glorious, glamorous assistant here has suggested it. And
Not
she...
necessarily a clever, glamorous assistant, but
She has to be clever. She's on the same degree as me. So, Mutants Masterminds last night, our roleplay game, went very, very well. And if you're wondering why my glamorous assistant doesn't play, it's because she's not interested in roleplay games. So, however,
I'm not good at being
I'm not
pretending.
roleplay shaming you. However, two of the people that you saw last night want to come around and actually work and do some work for me. So, you might be seeing them in the future, which is quite cool. The best thing about the game was when two players ran off and basically decided we're going to split the party. We're going to split the party ourselves. And both of them went in one after another and were immediately punished by the very basic level encounter. That made me happy. However, moving on, today is Saturday, which means it's all about work, because that's what you have to do when you're on basically a full-time degree as well. But thankfully we have our help, so we're going to be making Roadhogs, and I'm going to be finishing off our Junkrat molds so we can get the Junkrat grenades out, because I think those would be quite cool. So anyway, nothing else particularly interesting unless I end up streaming tonight, in which case let's fade out the stream. I don't know how it got to the end of the week, so that makes it a surprising Saturday as we get on with what are basically our Halloween orders, which are Roadhogs and more Roadhogs and Roadhogs and Roadhogs. We've got two that Freya yesterday made up for me. I've got to do another two, and then actually, if we pop back outside again, you can see just how wonderful a day it is today, and we're gonna get so much stuff done because I need to finish these 7 Roadhogs, because next week we have a trip to London. We have a 8 a.m. start, we have a 9 a.m. start on Monday, and then my lessons are at the end of the day, so it's like I'm in university for most of the day. And then my play group decided for me that we're carrying on with Mutants and Masterminds again on Friday, even though I kind of wanted to do it every 2 weeks, but since we left on a bit of a cliffhanger, so there's Friday, there's my spare time on Friday gone. And Wednesday night is our new games night, so if you want to show up for that stream, I'll be playing games with people from the community. Tuesdays and Thursdays, always try and stream on those days, and Fridays I would usually stream, but no, we're doing Mutants Mastermind. But what we're going to do today is Rotocast as many more Roadhogs, well, 2 more Roadhogs, which gives us 7 Roadhogs, which all need to be shipped out next week to get to customers in time for Halloween, because most of my stuff goes to America, and I like to give 2 weeks for shipping to America. It doesn't take that long most of the time, but you know, I have to be careful. But you know what? I have to put my hands in the air and say, rather than streaming last night on Saturday, which I was tempted to do another game stream, which would be cool because it's an excuse for me to stream fun things. What I actually ended up doing was something a bit more insular, and I think this might be almost a kind of stress relief, or just maybe even a symptom of being stressed, where I just do something completely unproductive, which in this case was was doing some work on my Harlequins, my new 40k army, and they're all just jumping flip wizards who are going to have those laser cut wings put on them. But those have had a lot of progress, and if I could put that much progress into a cosplay costume for once, maybe I'd actually get something done. But for the moment, I'm putting work into your cosplay costumes. Woo! Anyway, should we get on with it? And part of that getting on with it was actually streaming. So I actually got all of these masks painted up live on stream after base coating with the spray gun. So you can see I'm painting the details on, do the white first because you've got to wait for the white to dry before you put other colours over it, like the yellow for around the filters. Then I spend a whole load of time sewing straps. So many straps. Ooh, was that a pun? Wasn't intentional. And then we attack it with a hot glue gun and glue everything together. And also paint on these like detail things, but we've got to put I'm not going to make you sit through all of that at the end of the stream, or at the end of the vlog, but thank you for joining us to this part. It's been fantastic having you here. Make sure to let me know you've made it to the end of the vlog and comment down below. It just, it makes my day when I see those sorts of comments. It's little things. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye!